What's up, pups? Oh, that's too funny. All right, you guys missed the conversation, but thanks for the heads up. I didn't even see that. So yeah, I said hi. I just said hello to everybody. So yeah, I think you guys can put that together. Do some lip reading there. Thanks, PD. You got it. Somebody put a speaker like that was gonna help me. My prayer, yeah, man. Prayers to the LA people. Brother, you're muted. You know the problem is there's this delay. So by the time you guys were like, you're muted, I'd been chatting away for like 5 minutes or something. What's up, Sasha K? Good to see you again. Actually, that was funny. It kind of broke up status. I didn't know if I was going to stream tonight. And then the fires, so many people have been messaging me, family members, different people. And I was like, okay, I got to cover this. Plus, ETH is falling apart. So we'll go look at that. But let's just see what's going on. So this looks like Santa Monica, Malibu Beach. This is a standard Malibu Beach. This is a standard, life guard thing. You guys have seen this a million times, I'm sure. Pacific Palisades. I have a couple. Yeah, you can put them in the TG, or you can. I have a couple of videos. You can put them right here, like regarding the news. Like you want me to play it? This is the. This is what the sky looked like. Not this downtown LA. This is.
Never ever seen anything like this.
I think I've seen this sky once before. We had some bad fires once. Not this bad though. This is another level. Claudia, good to see you. Is the bottom in? I think the bottom's going to come in this month for sure. It's like a lot of emergency streams between the fires. Remember I was telling you guys they have to make this cycle hard? Because I think this was intentional, and we'll cover that in a second. Okay. Guys, I got a new seat here. We're going to see how this thing works. Claudia, it's good you came late. I was muted the first 5 minutes of the video. It was hilarious. That is the place you go to see the telescope up on the hill. It was in the famous movie with James Dean. Actually, it's been in a lot of movies. It's very cool up there. But I'm sure everything's closed right now, so you can't go anywhere to look at this. Oh, look at this view from up in the sky. I like hilarious. Great. Good to know. But yeah, this is a crazy, crazy scene. Crazy scene. The observatory, yeah. That's right. So apparently James Wood had made a post. And, this repeats like Maui or something, right? He says, actually, one of the major insurance companies canceled all the policies in our neighborhood about 4 months ago. Looks like people panicking and end up blocking roads, wrecking cars stacked up and abandoned. Doesn't look good for those who live there. I'm wondering if insurance companies will treat them better than those that got flooded out and lost their homes in East U.S. Appalachia Show. Yeah. One of the big places. So somebody knew something, right? Somebody knew something. Okay, just like the charts, right? You get a little hint. You can tell that somebody knows something. You know what it is? It's interesting. People probably were waiting for the spring to renew their policies because you don't get fires in the winter in LA. It just doesn't happen.
They're waving me down. Hi there.
I know I'm not supposed to.
That's fine. You decided not to leave.
I know I'm not supposed to be here, but this is my parents' home.
I know the feeling.
And they just lost. They got canceled from their fire insurance. So they're dealing with this. They're 90 years old.
We're going to look at airplane.
And through the state of California, because of this, they're 90 years old. That they've lived in this house for...
Oh, that's horrible. Oh, that's where I go to get my snow and the chickens.
This is crazy.
Oh, and I hope Chelada. Oh no, the seafood restaurant.
Yeah. This is driven down here 1,000 times.
And Wiley's.
Dude, this
These
is
are all
close
pretty
to Big
historic
Rock.
areas, too.
This is. Oh, dude.
That's horrible.
Oh,
Wait, dude, this is super close to Big Rock.
Crazy.
and Wiley's. Chilada. Oh, please.
That's horrible.
Oh, that's horrible.
I hope the Getty Villa is okay. I saw there was something about that. The Getty Villa is absolutely spectacular. Like, the museum is something else too. It's off the 405, but the Getty Villa's in it's like Malibu Palisades up on a hill, and it's absolutely incredible. It's like something out of ancient Rome, ancient Greece, and it's spectacular. They rescued the villa. Oh, cool, cool. That's good to know. So this. Wow. Damn, I don't know how people are just. I think I'd have it floored going out of there. All right,
exploded in all the key wealthiest areas that happen to border poor areas where the elites want to get the property, just like Lahaina in Maui a few years ago. People started saying, hey, we all got our insurance canceled the last 2 months. Others said, no, it happened 3 months ago, 4 months ago. But James Woods, who lives in the area, his house almost burned down. There's footage of that. In fact, it was almost burning down this morning. And who knows if it's even there now. Came out and said, actually, one of the major insurance companies canceled all the policies in our neighborhood about 4 months ago. And the insurance companies are owned by the private central banks. They're the ones that make the decisions with the policies through the governments, not to trim the trees, not to cut fire breaks. They run the governments. They're the most powerful. They tell them don't release the water. They've been fine tweaking this industrial espionage, sabotage, Dr. Evil type crap.
Yeah. Oh, do we see this with? Oh shit. Damn.
Oh, that's horrible. Oh, that's where I go to get my snow and the chickens.
Good morning, everybody. What's up, Evil Crypto? What's up, Janie? How's it going? Good morning. Where are you at? Australia?
Oh no, the seafood restaurant.
You must be in Australia or Bali or something.
Chilada. And Wiley's.
Dude, this is close to Big Rock.
This is. Oh, dude.
That's horrible.
Oh.
Wait, dude, this is super close to Big Rock. Fucking right here.
And Wiley's. Chilada. Oh, please.
That's right here.
Oh, that's horrible.
Crazy.
Oh, that's where I go to.
Crazy.
Oh my God.
This is all waterfront property right here. It's all beachfront. This is crazy.
Oh, more.
Oh my God, look at all these fucking.
What's up, Tam Tam?
Oh my God.
My home is on fire right now, Tam Tam. Wolf, there are three more major ones. Where are they at? This one's the craziest. You guys have seen this, right? This is crazy. They need to get out of there. Like, I don't know what happened to these people.
Just be okay. You're gonna be okay. Hi. You're gonna be okay. Oh shit.
People don't understand. It's not the fire you got to worry about. It's the
Don't worry
smoke
about that,
when you can't breathe, because the fire eats up all the oxygen.
Okay.
And you can't breathe, and then you're forced to breathe deeper. You think you're going to hold your breath or you're going to do something clever. You're not. your body is going to want to take deep breaths because the oxygen gets limited, and you end up sucking in a ton of smoke. That's what happens. Everyone thinks they're going to be around a fire and not inhale smoke. You're not going to have a choice. It's like a reflex, because that fire that big is consuming all the oxygen around there. So you got to get clear. You know, they're surrounded. I'm sure they got out. All right, well, that's good. That's crazy. What's this one? Silmar, Altadena.
Say hi.
A large go bag. Zero cool. What's going on?
Hot. Oh, fuck, it's hot.
The conspiracy on this one is the insurance companies canceled the insurance policies 4 months ago, which means they knew something. I'm sure these were started by people that paid, you know, undercover people looking like homeless people that set the fire, and or they just use their laser machine beam, super Death Star ray beam from the heavens. This is crazy. Crazy. What's this one? Oh no.
Oh my god. You want to do it?
Oprah just bought a plot of land in Palisades. She just bought half it. Oh, they're gonna scoop in.
Oh my god.
You sent stills and video.
You want to do it? Let's do it.
What'd you send me?
Oh my god.
Oh shit. Okay, cool.
You want to do it? Let's do it.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go to these. Hang on. I have to figure out how to do that though. Hang on, let's see if I can. No, like if I can do that. So if I click this
You
button
want to do it? Let's do it.
and
Oh my god. You want to do it?
cool.
Let's do it.
All right. Somebody just sent this in the chat. I think it was who sent that? Chat. I sent you. Mark Willinkin sent this. So let's see what he sent, guys. Telegram St. Wolf Vision. Okay. The show group is St. Wolf's Pub. It's Wolf's Pub. Let's go to the top. He sent us a video too. Is that where you are now? Where are you, dude? You're flying with the camera, buddy. Where is that? Are you in the valley? This is oh, you can't. Oh man, are people just trying to get out of the city? Or is every road? Oh man. It's always beautiful in LA. It's always sunny. Cool, man. Thanks for sending that over. Let's check the Telegram over here. But I'm still watching the after hour stream. All right, let's go back over. Cool. Oh, we saw this one? Okay, we saw this one. Yeah, so it's pretty crazy, guys. It's absolutely nuts, right? So it's crazy. We talk about fighting the powers that be, but to be honest, where they're at is on another level. Where they're already, you know, if you think about tech, we saw, you know, 10, 20 years ago, and they had made this in the 50s or 60s, they must have tech that's 100 years ahead, like beyond even what we can comprehend, right? Like, you know, Jacobs here put DW, which is a direct energy weapon, which is sci-fi, you know, it's pretty much like lasers, like the Death Star. They have that stuff, all right? And they probably have all kind of blockchain tech and AI tech and military tech and laser weapon tech. I think they're going to do what they want to do. They're huge, and the amount of wealth transfer, the level of wealth transfer that's happened over the last 20, 30 years is I don't think most of us can comprehend how wealthy the wealthy are. Look, just your politicians are worth hundreds of millions. Just your politicians, not even like your president or something. You know, like Pelosi, you go to Trudeau, all these people are worth $250 million. That's how poor we actually are. We are we're becoming like the new serfs in a way. I mean, crypto may be the only shot we have, you know, and there's a lot of truth. That's why we're all here, I think. But they're coming. The Agenda 2030 is coming. I think we'll definitely do some videos on that. We do need to get to the chart, so eventually we still are in the bull run. But we can talk about how to get ready for that, because it's going to be crazy. So, on a lighter note, somebody made this video. How crazy is this? He's like a tour guide. You pay money and he takes you up on his little thing, and apparently the birds love him or something. And you can just play with the birds while they're flying. No, Claudia, I didn't. I left LA in about 2015, 2016 and moved to Las Vegas. And then I moved to Florida. And then in 2019, I left the US and moved to the Ukraine. But I had been planning on leaving for a long time because things were really changing. So there's a new song. Have you guys heard it? Some of my homies up there are getting wrecked, unfortunately. Yeah, man, it's really sad. Really sad. It's a really beautiful area, and a lot of good times up in the Palisades. All right, they wrote a song. And Eric Wall posted it, of course.
Luxury style, or hiding in shadows, no spotlight to glow. Richard, oh Richard, where did you go? So we're left guessing, scrolling the chain, waiting for updates, but it's all in vain. Where's Richard? Where are the watches? The saga continues while everyone watches.
It's good. It's really good, actually. This is the first time I'm hearing it with you guys. I just saved it and I wanted to hear it. It's really good. You could play it in any club in Europe and nobody would know.
He once ruled with style, a crypto king.
It would definitely work in the Balkans. Go to Montenegro and blast this in the clubs.
Every whisper, every clue's a tease. Richard's a phantom.
Look at the cop. He's like right now. Solo in there.
To Dubai or a private isle? Is he plotting his comeback in luxury style, or hiding in shadows, no spotlight to glow? Richard, oh Richard, where did you go?
Nice. So who made that? I guess Charlie 2020. What number? I'm so easily entertained. Well, Mr. Eric Wall, it was a really good video. How many times do you masturbate per day thinking about Richard Hart win? What number is a requirement to get into your group chats? These two. Get a room. Get a what? It's funny. Who is this? Is this a musician or something? What is this? An AI musician or something?
City on a hill. In that city, there's a big castle.
What's
In that
this?
castle,
Oh, boy.
there is a throne. On that throne, there sits a king. This king has many skills that no normal person can do. He can shop like a pro. He can pole dance. He can twerk. But it wasn't always like this. He grew up in a poor area,
Nice.
eating stone wool from hot attics. He faced many problems, using brute force in the mines to find wealth. When he became rich to fulfill his name, Richard lost his castle. He traveled to another continent and started a new quest to make new millionaires. He was successful but faced a big challenge. An evil wizard from a dark swamp tried to stop him. The wizard slandered him, saying he was a fraud, but Richard's plebs stood by him and did not believe the wizard's lies. They knew the wizard wanted to control them and take away their freedom. Richard hired the best knights and made a strong defense. He knew he was not fighting for himself. He was fighting for the freedom of all the people in his crypto kingdom. He was the true crypto king.
Wow. That was interesting. It's an interesting channel. You're right. That's cool. All right, I like the song. I gotta put the song on. Let's repost this on here. Love it. Fucking rad. Oh. We don't need that guy. All right. Before we dig into it, some more humor. I'm actually quite a dog person, but this is quite calming. That was nice. All right, so the Charles Hoskinson Sir is on the attack. This is his conversation with this soy boy.
So there's going to now be behind-the-scenes negotiations on these types of things about what and where gets unwinded. So I think things like what's going on with Hex, for example, will not get unwound, and PulseChain, because there's actually criminal allegations there, whereas civil allegations, those types of things will probably end up being either settled for de minimis amounts and everybody moves on and just forgets about it, or they actually dismiss the lawsuits. So there's going to now be behind the scenes.
Interesting. What do you guys think, chat? Do you think the lawsuit can't be dismissed because of the charges? I know we had Milos was on here. He's an attorney. He said it's not going to affect anything. Oh, that's right. So KDP responded, I know you have a personal disgruntled background with Richard Hart, but please don't spread misinformation. This is a civil case. The personal case for tax evasion is 100% separate from the SEC's case, and I do believe you know that. Last I checked, Cardano has a roadmap at an ICO and has expectations. Our two communities have always got along, although the two founders haven't. PulseChain is a threat to you because it already overtook you in TVL. Projects launched and native stablecoins despite your chain being 4+ years older. Both chains and founders can win, but you rooting for Richard's downfall will most likely be your own downfall. Now, I wasn't aware that both communities got along. That's news to me. Charles Hoskinson shoots back. PulseChain is not a threat. We have never had a single conversation. There's no ecosystem or technical innovation. Bag holding makes you believe weird stuff. That was actually a good comeback. Good job, Charles. He's got some balls. They say he's 37 years old. I thought he was like in his... No, this man is easily 59-ish. All right. Pavel Durog says, I'm proud that Telegram has supported freedom of speech long before it became politically safe to do so. Our values don't depend on U.S. electoral cycles. Today, other platforms are announcing they'll now have less censorship, but the real test of their newly discovered values will come once the political winds change again. It's easy to say you support something when you risk nothing. Elon just says, good for you. Great BTC says Zuckerberg is a real definition of a coward. That's a trip, man. I like Telegram. I like Pavel. I mean, I hope he stays free and open. And I don't know what's going to happen with X and Elon. I mean, he has to bow to the powers that be at some point. So maybe Chain. Maybe we get a chat thing on PulseChain, a decentralized type of X platform, right? That's not located anywhere, so nobody can edit it, but it could descend into just probably racist, crazy, nutty stuff. Okay, Giga says, imagine the price appreciation from the sentiment alone. Anyone telling you have no expectations of the SAC funds is a Redditor, as he already bought 20 million of PulseChain tokens. This isn't accounting for ETH price appreciation. On the chat GPT said, I have $500 million in Ethereum at its current price. How much would I need to invest per day to evenly distribute my funds until October 15th, 2025, which I believe will be Ethereum's cycle top? My plan is to buy PulseChain every day until I think the Ethereum top is in. You would need to invest $2 million per day for the next 279 days to evenly distribute. Interesting. He's 37. Dude, are you kidding me? You're telling me he's my age? That's fucking crazy. That's crazy. I mean, I understand not getting enough sleep and having dark circles under your eyes or something, but man, that guy's he's not drinking enough water or something. What's he doing wrong? The beached whale, bro. He must have updated his age on Wiki. He never went to the gym, only computer workout. Yeah, you got to go to the gym a little bit. Yeah. You got to go to the gym. You got to kind of hit it. He does look younger than me, doesn't it? He looks like, well, girls like old now. Old men are back in style, apparently. He probably gets called daddy a lot. All right. Where are we at? What's this? Oh, Richard Hart. What did I save here? All right. Okay. We're going to talk really quick about BTC. And I want you guys to hear this clip. Then we're going to go to the charts. I think this is important. Oh, by the way, what's up, James? How you doing? And Gig Gaming, the Beached Whale, Bit Fitness. What is going on? DeFi Gardner, how you doing? It's very bullish. Very, very bullish. How bullish are you, DeFi Gardner? Or when do you think we resume the pump? How long are we going to consolidate down here? Because ETH, we're going to look at ETH in a minute. Mr. DeFi Gardner, sir. All right.
He describes how there is a pattern where a new information technology comes out and entrepreneurs are so excited about it. It blossoms. They try lots of stuff. It's really wonderful. It's going to help decentralize and make people free. And then suddenly, wham, it's centralized. And then it happens again, and then wham. And each time the central control builds through these different phases. And my theory is part of what we're talking about here is the most recent version of that.
It sounds spot on. Yeah.
Right.
All right,
Are you still convinced? I think it's gotten partially unlocked with the Bitcoin ETF, but then there, probably the the part where I'm less convinced of is this question of the sort of ideological founding vision of Bitcoin or these cryptocurrencies as sort of a, cypherpunk, crypto-anarchist, libertarian, anti-centralized government thing. This is always, the line.
Isn't that what got you interested in the first place?
That's what I thought was terrific about it. And then, the question is, does it really work that way? Or, has that thread somehow gotten lost? And so when people in the FBI tell me that they'd much rather have criminals use Bitcoin than $100 bills, it suggests that maybe it's not quite working the way it was supposed to.
Have you sold any of your Bitcoin?
I still hold some. There are all these ways I didn't buy as much as I should have, I'm not sure it's going to go up that dramatically from here.
From here?
Yeah, I think we got the ETF edition, and I don't know who else buys it quickly from here.
Some interesting investment advice. That actually surprised me because I don't think I've heard you. I thought you were still all in.
I still have a small position. It probably still can go up some, but it's going to be a volatile, bumpy ride. I had a dual reason. One was this sort of, ideological, decentralized future of computing world that I really do believe in, really believe would be better. And it seemed like the perfect vehicle for that for such a long time. And I am just much less convinced of that. And so
interesting.
So maybe Larry Fink with the BlackRock ETF surrendered to the forces, the anti-ESG forces, or maybe it's more like Bitcoin's been co-opted by them, and I worry it was more the latter.
So tell me, what do you guys think? He's wearing someone else's face. What's this fucking weird Star Wars?
Have you ever read the...
I played one Star Wars video in one of the live streams, the opening a Darth Vader thing, and now all I get Star Wars on my fucking... Is there that much Star Wars shit on YouTube? What the fuck? He's short. No, it's okay. Okay, the funny one's Margarita. That's really funny. But tell me, it does seem like he's uncomfortable with this conversation. Is he lying? And why would he lie? Why would he say that the top is in? Why would he be lying about that? That's was strange to me as I broke it down. Because to be completely honest, I agreed with what he was saying. Look, everything about this whole thing is bad. Look, I'm just going to go. Here's who's talking about your cyberpunk Bitcoin. This lady, and I'm sure she's wonderful. She's somebody's mother. But the point is, she's talking about, she's a Bitcoin pro, and she's talking to this guy about Bitcoin. This is a top signal. That's it. As far as I'm concerned, it's done. Because these are your 100%. These have to be your holdouts. These are the last people who adopted it, the late adopters. It can only be stagnant from here, at least for a while, or down until we go. Doesn't mean the cycle doesn't complete. The cycle could still complete. But, I mean, just from this, and literally the name of it is Hijacking Bitcoin. These were like the movie videos, when you were little and your teacher was going to make you watch or something, and they were like scary right from the start. Hacking Bitcoin. Literally, they already have a series, The Hidden History of BTC. And this lady is our neighborhood cyberpunk. And that's kind of what he was saying, the sentiment he literally saying in this video. It's been hijacked. Yeah. Well, I think it may be some kind of local top for BTC this cycle.
And
maybe, I have theories about BlackRock too. One is the whole forking the chain, which they have in the thing. But another thing is they don't have to crush the price. They can just stagnate the price. They can control it like they've done with gold or other assets. For example, they could squash the price and just let gold run or something like that. There's a lot of things they can do to it. And he does seem really uncomfortable talking about this. Like he knows more than they're saying, but maybe it's not that, it's the opposite. Maybe it's a lot worse than he's saying. I don't know. but he does look like he's wearing a mask or something. All the wins we had last night. Oh, okay, you're watching that. But yeah, definitely has this top signal vibe to it. Like we're gonna look back and say, wasn't it obvious? Our grandparents were buying Bitcoin, which is actually why it ties me into PulseChain. I think PulseChain is a solution. I think that's why they're creating a stable coin. I think they're creating something to pick up the pieces for when they know whatever is going to happen to PulseChain is going to happen. All right? Because we have copy of Bitcoin over here. We have a copy of everything. It's as if they already know what's coming. Exactly, BP Crypto. Purple wrap Bitcoin looking better. And that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking they know that something's going to happen, and he's literally copied all of crypto over here. So we can still keep running and continuing while BlackRock or whatever these institutions are stagnate the market for everybody else, and we'll be the only free game in town. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Crypto Man? It's good to see you. Good to see you. I kind of did an emergency stream last night, and then I was going to take a break tonight, but then I was like, I got to cover the fires, man. It's literally my home, and that's it. I got to go on. That way I don't have to do it tomorrow. We can get right to work. And what's up, Shishio? Good to see you. And also Rough Patch. Good to see you guys. Frank, he says, people relate to their opinions as though they're fact. One will say this is the truth, yeah, for them, but in the universe and 7 billion plus people, the truth from one person may be not for all. Thanks, Frank. Like the chart? Cool. All right. Here's where we are on PulseChain. Not much has changed, okay? We've still continued down. You guys have seen a kind of updated version of the chart that I made, if you've been with me for a second. I adjusted this from where it was here. It was here originally, and that could still be absolutely fine too, but I just started noticing the energy in a certain way, and I adjusted it a little bit, and that doesn't really matter. What happens, what matters is the price action. Could this be a possibility? Because if we go back to our original support, you're going to have a break of that. That would be your last flush out. This would be the ultimate freak out for most people right here. We break under this support that's been running forever. This happened in XRP as well before it went on its big run last cycle, okay? There was a last flush and it just went down below all the support, got rid of probably everybody, and then right after that, it went and did a, multiple double-digit X's after that. So we could get something like this. I do think this is quite bearish looking right here. Okay, I'm not going to sugarcoat this, all right? We're at the end of this pattern. I'm really confident PulseChain's going to do multiple double-digit X's, maybe 100X. So I don't need to sugarcoat this. This is what I see. This looks like it wants to break down short of something real bullish happening in the market. And so far we don't see that. So, and I do think that this structure, this support will be broken, which is fine because this will be a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful spring. And as I said, when you actually draw this into a falling wedge, it actually picks up my thing perfectly, which is another reason I was like, oh, maybe this could happen. Anyway, we're gonna look at it. Either way, I think there's gonna be a final flush. I don't know what it's gonna look like. This is just pure speculation from a man on the internet who just stares at charts all day long. So, but sometimes my drawings come true. All right. I saw this marketing tweet. Mark wants, what do you make of the updates from Decentralized Me? Yeah, we can go look at that. They're doing something voting again over there. And so I'm gonna fix this a little bit. Right now, okay, ETH is at 33.30. All right. And it is not looking the finest it's looked. It's definitely had better days. Let's line this up a little bit. Let's line this up. What do we got here? All right. So we got this support down here, okay? This is what's called a bear flag. Nothing special about it, just an everyday bear flag, and that's what we got. So, and if you guys remember going back here, all your favorite channels told you ETH was bullish and we were having altcoin season, and I told you on this channel, no. For 2 weeks in a row, I said we're in trouble on ETH, and because we broke this, okay? We had this long trend going up. This is a support. ETH is an institutional asset. These are massive, massive volumes of capital that flow through Ethereum. You were coming out of an extraordinarily bullish pattern, bullish all over the place. For it to suddenly fall out of here at the point of a breakout is bad. This is big money. This is not mom and pop selling a few ETH. This is a big money move right here. And I told you guys that on stream multiple nights in a row. We broke down, we retested it, we fell, we retested again, double top, one top, two top, see you later, bye-bye. And we're in a bear flag now, okay? And yeah, so you don't get all season. That was not, there's nothing bullish about anything like this, okay? Ever, especially coming out of a bullish formation. That should never happen. So this should have been, for most people, like, yeah. So we're just gonna take a measured move. This doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just going to call it at support. Okay, that's probably where we're gonna hit, okay? So what I think could happen here is you could have a fake out, not a fake out, but it could be front run. So for example, I don't think it may come all the way down here to support. Look, I don't know, for all we know, we could break down and go to the 2600. Yeah, well, that's where that support is. But you could be front run, okay? I'm not gonna be too concerned right now about where the target is, but I do think we're gonna have some downward pressure, okay? But it may not be as much as people think. And look, this isn't over yet. We have a daily. Do we have a daily confirmation? We don't. No, we don't. So we're gonna find out if we've genuinely been rejected yet, okay? You need that test, but you could also get something like here where it comes out, dips about, fumbles around here, and then comes up and does a retest up here. So we got to be patient. We don't know, because you could always have a major fake out here, guys. I don't know how long the crypto market's going to be dumpy, but you know, you could come up, crawl around, get rejected again, and then come out and blast off, retest, and go, right? So I don't know, like it's always possible. You have to be open to that. So we're going to wait for a confirmation. We're going to see what's going on here, but this is a bear flag, and target's you know, down here a little bit. So let's say we come up, that may make sense. Maybe it crawls up a little bit and gets rejected over here. We get a perfect hit down there. All right. Ketamine, he has holes in his brain. What are you pups talking about? Charles smokes PCP. Biohacking. Okay, ketamine doesn't put holes in your brain, dude. I'm on ketamine right now. I'm perfectly fine. All right, let's go look at BTC really quick. I'm going to do a recap of what I was showing you guys before. Don't pay attention to this line yet. So this is a very common formation. 3 drives too high. You come up into the range. You bounce. You go 1, 2, 3. You break support. You test once. You come back around twice, and then see you later. Bye-bye. Now, this isn't bye-bye yet. You're bouncing right here. We don't know what's going to happen. But if you come over here to 2001, I knew that formation looked very familiar, like I had seen it before. And what do you know? You came into the range, 1, 2, 3, you broke support, you retest once, twice, 3 times, see you later, bye-bye. Okay, this was 2021, same thing exactly. And actually there's a lot of charts on PulseChain that have this exact thing happening right now. Now, it doesn't have to last for months and months and months. We don't know how long it's going to do that. As you see, we've got this gorgeous support going all the way to the beginning of the bull run. Let me put on the weekly. You guys can see that, okay? This support has been running since November of 2022, so we are over 2 years into this. These lines are January 20th, inauguration, January 31st, end of the month, and this is the blood moon on March 21st-ish, I believe, right here. Is that March 21st? Okay. Yeah. So that is what that looks like. Came for the communists. What chat is descending into? I'll put the link in there if you guys want to jump. What's up, Fast Abdul? Feel free to come on in. So look, same thing happened here. Once again, you came into the range. 1, 2, 3, break of support. You kind of got 1 test, 2 tests, 3. See you later. Bye-bye. Not bye-bye yet. It's actually bouncing really nice here off 93,000. Okay. That's really nice. Now, what could happen here? Well, it's hard to say. I have a feeling that we could fake everybody out, as in maybe we come back up again and we do this retest again, right? And then we crawl into the inauguration and everyone's expecting like rocket ship on the inauguration, but maybe right there is when we get the maybe right there is we get one of these dips, and then we test this range somewhere. Okay, I don't know where. You know, maybe we come down a little bit, and then end of the month when people think, oh, it's over, maybe we do break this a little bit to make everybody think we're about to go bye-bye, and then we reverse and we break in, and then we just shoot up like a rocket ship, right? That could be really interesting, couldn't it? And that would go into the inauguration, sell the news event, we break down, and then beginning of February, end of January, we launch. We just freaking launch. Now, another thing that's interesting is from here. What the hell is this? Right here. Yeah, maybe this creates some support. Maybe we do hit 90,000 or 92 again. I don't know. Look, this is just having fun. We're speculating. We don't know what's going to happen. Obviously, but that makes a lot of sense to me. So we have that on video. We got a record. Maybe this comes up, fails. We come down. We hit the support. We bounce. It could fall away. Come retest a lower target and just start going. I don't know. But I actually like my thesis here of this. We come back up to test. We get another reject. We start crawling up. We get to inauguration and then plop. We go down. We come up. And who knows what we hit? I don't know. That's probably too low. That's 73. I guess we got support there. We could hit that. But we could just hang out over here at this support. And everybody starts getting really scared that, oh, we're about to collapse. We're about to collapse. We're hanging on. Everyone starts calling for like 30,000 or something like that. But instead, we pass here. Some people start piling up like crazy, and then we just launch, right? And we never actually even come down to these really low targets, right? We just stay kind of, maybe we hit 85 or something, or 90. Maybe we only get to 90. We get right to, shit, maybe we hold right on this gray line. That's this support coming back here. That would be 94, maybe 92, 94K. Okay, we could even hold up here. Everyone's gonna think lower targets are coming. That's another possibility. And then we just launch from here, right? So now, why is that important? Well, we're kind of trying to handle the cycle and think about how much things might range here. You know, we could come up, get rejected, come here. Everyone thinks we're about to crash. Oh, yeah. And that could be interesting. We come up, we come here, get to an we crash, we hit here, we start crawling, and everyone's expecting another down leg. But instead, you know, we launch. So we could even just launch from here. Maybe this holds. We'll see what happens. You guys got some ideas there. Charles first came for the communists. Yes, fast. Oh, what's up, fam? How's it going? Yeah, there's some conspiracies kicking around tonight. I didn't know there were so many people in LA, also in Pulse as well. After this bull run, we'll be able to buy some Malibu beach houses. Nah, I think Oprah's going to beat you to it. All right, let's get into it. Where are we at? We looked at Pulse already, right? This is PulseX. Everything looks the same. Everything's just inching down a little bit, coming down the supports that have been going for a while here, filling out the wicks. Nothing special. EHEX is holding up gloriously. It just won't move. It's just on support. It's just hanging out. PX actually went up just slightly. It's just hanging out there as well. Not much has changed. If we do get that last capitulation, you know, I do see us coming down and hitting this at 1 cent. Let's put a clubhouse together. pDAI in the house. Okay, let's do it, man. Mark, you first. STE's coming in my box. MOG coming into the range. I do think more of this needs to be cleared. pDAI, 11.5 cents. Just coming in, entering the box. Hello, buddy. Come on in. Come on in. I made a space for you right there. Hot Hex. Looking like it wants to go lower. Let's see what happens. Hux. I have no idea what this is yet, but it's another hex apparently. WBTC. Loving the purple BTC. Looks like it's breaking down a little bit, going right into the purple box there. Let's see what's going on. Yeah. Yeah, it's coming in. So that's fine. Yeah. All right. Looked at this. Teddy Bear, what's going on? You know, I think Teddy Bear wants to come down a little, just a little bit more. A little bit more. Let's see what this looks like. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Just a little bit more. But that's fine. I'm happy to get more Teddy Bear. I think it may just tap the top of that. This is pretty popular. A lot of people are catching on to Teddy Bear. It's making its round in the meme coin spaces. I think a lot of people are starting to put their eye on Teddy Bear. All right, so just so you know, I think when Teddy Bear moves again, I think it's going to be a pretty crazy move. This thing reset my colors every time. All right. See the MACD on the weekly hasn't even crossed yet. That could be good. Maybe that's a good thing. That is looking good. What's up, Crypto Artie? Good to see you. Awesome short, PulseX. You gonna short it? Where are you gonna short it? Oh, you guys know Wolf's Pub, right? All right, go to Wolf's Pub. You guys can shill everything in there. It says we're looking at these projects. All right, interesting. You made a short on YouTube. Fun fact, when Charles did ketamine, he lived 20 minutes in the body of a wolf. What? What was Elon's latest tweet? Let's go check it out. Let me go pull it up. Hang on. So this is coming to another range if you want a DCA. This you earn incentive. I am a fan of everything incentive. You guys know we've been talking more and more about incentive token because I think it's special. Let's see what Elon just posted. Elon Musk. What did he say? You are the media now? No. Environmental is sued to save the forest from being saved. Yo, this post. Bureaucracy is better than wildlife prevention. Controlled burns are essential. They are essential. Eventually, Trump discussed the auspicious effect of cleaning the brush off the forest. For some reason, Newsom seems to choose to ignore it. Hey, man, look, I'm going to be honest. I left. You know, I practice what I preach. I told you guys, take action. If nothing works, leave. And I left. I just didn't fit in to California anymore. It was really sad. I felt everyone around me was absolutely crazy. I got attacked when my friends found out I wasn't going to vote for Hillary Clinton. It was a really weird time. People turned their nose up at me. I thought everybody liked Trump. I don't know. It was like 2016 or what was it? No, it was 20. I don't remember. But it was, it was just a weird time, man. And then I left very quickly out of LA. I was like, I don't think I'm fit anymore here. And I'm glad. Yeah, my life took a different path from there. Jeez. Which of the tokens will run the most from here until the top of the 25-26 bull market? The one I just talked about, incentive token. Well, pDAI is phenomenal, but you know what the X's are on it, right? It's 70, 80X from here. With incentive, you don't know how many X's it can go, right? Is it going to go, 100X, 1,000X, 10,000X? So think about that as well. For example, Purple Bitcoin and pDAI, both phenomenal, but you know how many X's pDAI has, right? 75X, or I don't know what the price is right now. What is it? No, it's 90X, right, or something. So, but Purple Bitcoin might have way more X's in it. So you got to think about that as well. I would have both. But in terms of the core, I would say incentive, possibly one of the hexes being the next in X's, and then PulseX, and then Pulse being the fourth. I actually think that might do the least, the it's hard to say, the least numbers though, actually. I think maybe one of the hexes surprises everybody, either EHEX or PHEX. It does the most. But incentive maybe does the most out of everything, actually. But Purple Bitcoin on Call of Duty. Why did I leave Florida? Because I wanted to move out of the U.S. Because I traveled outside the U.S. a lot. And I also... I just wasn't vibing anymore. So in 2019, I had already been setting up for a couple of years to work online. And then I sold everything I owned. Plus, to be totally frank with you as well, I've been studying the deep state and Illuminati and esoteric stuff since I was a kid, really. But since 2009, 10, 11, I'd been researching a lot of things. And I actually had a friend who knew Mr. ex-president Barack Hussein in college. He went to college with him, and he used to tell me stories in LA. I'm not going to talk about him here on live, but I actually know stories. I had a friend, because I'm a musician, so I played some bands, but he was a gospel singer and a keyboard player, and we used to hang out a lot and we jammed together and stuff, and he would tell me stories because he would go to a lot of these parties. Because he was more, into the urban scene, and in the hip hop, he would do backup singing for like hip hop and soul bands and stuff like that. And so he would tell me stories about parties in LA. And this was way back, right? This was way back, 2008, 9, maybe even earlier. And the stories he would told me are absolutely unbelievable. Like, you wouldn't even believe the shit he told me. But he mentioned people like Jay-Z, okay? He never mentioned Eminem, but he mentioned Jay-Z. He would tell me stories. He would tell me stories about other people too. And then when all this stuff just came out a year ago, I couldn't stop thinking about him. I was like, holy shit. He used to tell me about all that like almost 20 years ago. He would tell me nonstop about all these parties he's seen. And because he knew people that would get into those parties, like higher level musicians and artists and stuff. And LA is actually a pretty small town. Like, it's a big town, but it's a small town. like if you're, you know, an artist of any kind, you end up talking to everybody. But yeah, so in 2017, I was convinced that something was going to happen. I didn't know what. I didn't know what exactly. And then in 2019, I set up my life to move, or heading up to that, and I sold everything. I sold everything: the bed, the dishes, the table, 2 cars, and moved. And first, I went to the Baltics, and I lived in Ukraine, and then you know what happened after that, right? So, yeah. So it was weird because I was right, but everyone thought I was crazy. Everybody thought I was crazy. On top of being not a Democrat, and talking about some of the stuff that was tinfoil hat back in 2015, 16, 17, 18, and then now, like, none of it ended up being tinfoil hat stuff. Oh yeah, we got to move on. You guys probably want to hear about charts. Yes, JPL research. That's good. We'll do an esoteric stream. I've been thinking about that. Do I have to start another channel, or can we go off? Because there's actually a lot of things I know that you guys might want to hear. I got some stories to tell. All right, I got some stories, man. I've been between Manhattan and Los Angeles and Miami most of my life, and for some reason, I know some stuff. No, I would never stay in the EU. I came somewhere that I thought was kind of 1 foot in, 1 foot out. It ended up to be good for now, because remember, I was about to settle in Ukraine. I left, obviously the thing started, but I have a lot of friends there and do business. And then I was back in Europe. I had an attorney in Kiev, and I had an agent, and we're looking for an office for me, and I had some business ideas. And the timing was incredible, because I was about to put a major deposit down for my attorney and my agent, and then everything started heating up. So obviously I couldn't go then. And I stayed here in Czech Republic. And then I went to Poland, lived in Warsaw for a year, waited. I thought the things were going to end, and obviously they didn't end. It just kept getting worse and worse. And then after a year in Warsaw, I came back here. And so I just stayed here. And yeah, friends from Ukraine have come and visited and stuff like that. But yeah, that's it. If not there, I don't know where I would go, or where you can go. It's not easy to go anywhere, right? Like, Ukraine was an interesting place where you could start a business or do something and stay there. I would never, ever, ever go to Western Europe. Even if you paid me, I don't even know if I would go. I would never go into Northern Europe or the Nordic countries. Possibly, I wouldn't even go to the Baltics anymore. I do love the Baltics as well. Latvia, Riga, amazing. But I don't think I would go. So, well, I don't know. Maybe, yeah, Poland. Poland's cool. Poland's cool, but it's probably not the best place for me. Things are getting heated over there. I'm generally okay. Like, I stayed in the city, but if I ventured out, you can feel it. I mean, here it's cool. Like, Czech people are super cool. I never feel weird anywhere I am. Even if I've been to a small town, I never feel like that intensity. Like in Poland, if you're outside of Warsaw or at certain places, you can feel it. Like, people are burning their eyes into you. It's very intense. But when you're in Warsaw and everything's great, like it's very cosmopolitan and metropolitan and all that, and people are cool. Like, the people I met in the city that are city people, they're very cool. I met some really, really cool people that I miss, actually. Really nice people, really cool, and great food. I actually ended up liking Polish food a lot. It was very bland at first, but then I got used to it, and now I actually don't like. Yeah, it was cool. Kind of helped retrain my palate a little bit, but yeah, it's nice, man. Warsaw is an amazing city. Warsaw and Kiev, Ukraine are incredible. I mean, Kiev is something special. Kiev is like nowhere else in the world. I mean, that's an incredible city. It's like 24 hours a day. It's just fun. It's just awesome. Food is amazing. Montenegro is great. Yeah. I got friends that I visited in Montenegro. They're in one of the smaller towns up in the north, the really rich town where all the billionaire yachts are. They're there. I got a friend in Switzerland who wants to set me up. Borscht, man, I love borscht, Goldie. That's pretty much my standard now for dating. Like, what's her borscht like? If she can't make a good borscht, it's not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen between us. Nope. Man, that's the best. Andrew, Czech girls are hot. They're very beautiful. I find most women very beautiful, to be honest, out here in Europe. They're very feminine, which I like. Where are you from? I'm from Croatia. Well, from the U.S. originally. Pierogies. Pierogies are good. I like borscht. I like meat. I don't like too much pasta and carbs. Not into it. I'm a very like hunter eater. I make the best borscht. Margarita, do you? You know, you have to make it for me sometime. Or make it, and you can come on chat and show us on video. That'd be awesome. Show us in the pot. I can tell by looking at it if it's going to be good. I can tell. About 14 hours ago, Richard saying uses Hex to support DAI. Can you put a link in there? Crypto Wash, just put a link in there. I'll bring it up. Man, we really got off the rails here, didn't we? Let me, where were we? We were talking about, somebody asked why I moved or something. I had a lot of stories. I got some crazy stories about Ukraine too, and traveling through here. And the Balkans. I got crazy stories from the Balkans. Where's that? Yeah, but I love it out here. But yeah, there can be potentially issues because, you know, where Czech Republic is kind of in a tough situation here. Slovakia is a little bit more independent, and so is Hungary, but they're not easy to get residency in those places. John Faval, yeah, I'm taking requests, man. You just throw it out. I'll pull up a chart, man. No worries. I had a Polish grandma. She used to make hunter stew. I think it's called bagos. Oh, yeah. Goldie, that's rad. I dated a Polish girl, and in the U.S., actually. I dated her. But her mom was from Poland. Like, they were literally just immigrated right before she was born. And it was amazing. I mean, she was incredible, and her mom was an amazing cook. And her dad hated me, though. Her dad did not like that her daughter wasn't dating a nice American boy. Her dad and her brother hated me. I think that made her love me more, though. Yeah, she was great. We did it for a long time, actually. I still talk to her on Instagram. Greece is amazing. I love Greece, man. Greece is incredible. So here's BFF. BFF is looking great. It's hanging out up here. A lot of support where it is right now. It's hard to say what happens if we break down some more. I don't want to anticipate, but I feel like this range right here between these two lines could be a place it comes into and scoops in and pulls out. Oh, you know, I said Mike Inc. is down here, ready to go. I love everything incentive. As I said, Milady's had a nice bounce, came into the range and bounced. I think that, what did it bounce off here? Let's see what's going on. Let me see. Okay, this looks bullish. But a lot of things are going to have bounces, okay? Like, you know, call it like a dead cat bounce or something. But this is bullish for sure. This is already bullish. You've got an inverse head and shoulder here on the 4-hour. I think it's about to play out though, and then maybe it might fall back in. Let's go ahead and chart this a little deeper and figure out where it's going to bounce. So you got this guy over here. Yeah, I'll just go with that. That's fine. Whatever. Yep, that makes sense. Probably. Yep, right there. Coming in right in here. That's a place it'd be rejected again. Makes a lot of sense. Some nice confluence there. Let's go ahead and put a line there. So yeah, you got a lot of resistance right here and support. Okay. So we'll come up here, hit this, and we got to see what happens from there. All right. So we got a target there. It's not crypto-wise risk versus reward. This is not a trade I would jump in to catch that that move, for example, I'd rather probably jump on an exchange and do like catch an Ethereum or AVAX short right now. But this is a pretty small move. I guess you could go in, depends how big a position is, but I still think we're being pulled down here again to test this a little bit more, this range. I do think it could drop into here, even for a moment, even if it just comes in and scoops in. Well, let's see what happens though. We need to see what happens here. G baby looking really juicy. Let's see what's going on. So things are going to prepare for bounces. Wait, let me go back and see BT. Oh shit. You guys didn't even tell me. You guys were just listening, no chart. Ah, fuck. Screen is frozen. Buh. We see fires on the screen. All right, let's go back really quick. Where are we at? We missed Milady. Okay, so I said we got this inverse head and shoulders. Target is up here. There's a lot of resistance right there. And so we'll see what happens from here. And what I was just saying is it's not enough for me to jump in a trade for this move. I would rather jump in and do a leverage trade because a lot of things maybe do for a bounce. Can you see if I switch charts here? Okay, no, let me hang on. Okay, cool. You can see. Yeah, let's see what happens. Yeah, you see everything bounced. Yeah, everything's flagging out, okay. Which is fine. At least we don't have some like drop out of the sky on these things where they're just kind of bear flagging out. And that's fine. These are actually hard to short, to be honest. They're tricky. You know, like, yeah, this might come back up. We'll keep an eye on it. I'm not going to jump into a short. These are the kind of places that'll get you wrecked. So let me go back to over here. We did Milady. I'm going to see G baby. Oh, no. Where's it at? I need to keep one eye on you guys too. So you guys let me know where we're at. Fire TA. I have so many windows and charts and everything going now. So what's up, Ariel? How's it going? Cat and Koi Farm. You got it now. BFF again, please. Oh, because we missed BFF. Was I off the charts for that long? All right. Let's go back to BFF. Is it over here? Oh, you guys missed BFF. Damn. All right. You guys were just enjoying the scenery. That's awesome. That's great. I started thinking about these stories, all these places I've been, all this stuff. So I think that BFF looks pretty strong. Okay, you have a really strong market maker here. This is the meme for this is the teddy bear of Atropa dev, and for all of us that have been kind of in pDAI for a long time, you know, for us, we feel that the Atropa dev has been working in good faith. Obviously, you know, they have a lot to do with pDAI. But so I'm very confident this one's going to do very well. Same with Teddy Bear. Same with Teddy Bear and BFF. It doesn't matter. We don't even need that. Look, I do think we're going to probably come in between these two. All right. Not for long. We're holding up really well. Yeah. Yep. I think we just come into here. Break down a little bit. All right. Oh, we looked at all these. Let's come over here. G-Baby. All right. Ooh, G-Baby has almost cleared my purple box. What is going on? G-Baby's run pretty hard. It's done well. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I have this purple line down here. I think the lowest it could go would be like 11 bucks. All right, it's at 25 right now. I recently got to parity with T-bill 414 dev tickers. MV, yeah, MV went to parity with that one. Are you all in on PulseChain, or do you hold other coins as well on other chains? I trade things on other chains. My hodl right now is PulseChain stuff, but I do trade things on other chains. I will trade them, yeah. Especially I did really well with Render. Render was a big one for me. I did really well on that, and BTC. But yeah, I'll trade whatever, man. I think AVAX might be a good setup for me right now. We'll go look. We don't have to go look at it. I know you guys aren't interested in AVAX, but yeah, I think trading's. Look, how are you going to make money? You know, you hold, but things are more volatile than they ever were before. You know, the hodl game's changing. But, you know, it's still there. But as you see, you know, I just got to make sure I was cash flow. You know, it's tough for me, even though I have money in the bank because, you know, I've been playing this game well. I don't like that feeling. I want to know always, like, I'm in control of my fate. I'm in charge of my destiny. That's what trading is. It's a modern day hunter. You know, is it risky? Yeah. So was hunting back in the day. You had to go in the forest for days or weeks at a time. And you didn't know if you were going to catch food or if an animal was going to bite you or whatever. And same thing, trading is the modern day, you know, where, you know, it's what men do. We got a cash flow. That's it, man. You got to know you can get into the jungle and bring it home. All right. So yeah, I think it's healthy. Even if you just do little trades, like, it's fine. It's healthy. It's good for your mind. It helps you understand charts too. And you don't have to do, you know, you could just do trades like $10, $20. You know, do a 2x long with a $10 position. You know, you learn a lot. So I think this could come into here. Let's see what happens. Oh, this is yeah, I just see this ABC, right? You guys see that? It's pretty basic. It's pretty much following this to a T. This is Hog. Hog has come into this range. It's gonna fill out this range for a little bit. Okay, it's in here. It's just gonna do what it does. A lot of things, once they get in here, they're just gonna go sideways for a second. Now, some of them are very small market cap, so they can kind of do whatever they want. Now you see Spoonie is broken down out of this pennant. Well, not really. Now it's just a bigger pennant. Let's see what it does. I do think it's being called forth down here. And worst case scenario all the way down here. Depends what happens, I guess. Do you post link for, yeah, put the link in there if you want me to put it up. The more windows I switch around, the more likelihood I go blank on you guys. PulsePup is a beast. This is very similar to the move I'm expecting on Milady. But PulsePup is incredible. I do believe this actually looks quite strong. It looks quite strong here, but I don't want to be deceived into, you know, based on market sentiment, we could come. I think we're at least going to come down and touch the top of this box, okay? At least here. This is 618. Well, let's see what happens. This is a very strong project. I think it's still a good buy, even where it is right now. I think anywhere in here is still a good buy because of how it works. But Maybe some more pull down's good. Now here's Magic Carpet Ride. This is a fun project. Let's see. I think it comes down and touches the trend, the bottom of this here. Very similar to PulseChain in that sense, or PulseX. Actually kind of moved with our ecosystem a little bit. There's kind of some similarities here. This chart. You had a good time with render too. Yeah, awesome. When ETH moves up, then Pulse moves. Watch what happens to PTGC. Yeah, man. PTGC's been a beast. Actually, you know what? I think we got a new trend. That's what I'm looking at here. Okay. This is going to be ready for its 5th wave. So we talked before. What's this? What's wrong with it? So crypto moves like that. And then you've got this. And then they go vertical like this. So you can see the angle, the pitch already changing on Magic over here. Okay. First it was kind of like this. And then I think we're going to go into this. So maybe this will be where it touches down, which makes a lot of sense. There's a lot of support right there. So you might look for, this is DCA territory right here, but you might wait for it to touch down, pick something up. We'll see if it breaks down even more. This is another Magic Carpet Ride. I still don't understand what the difference is, but then there's Pepe. Here we go. Pepe copy on PulseChain. I think this could be a beast. PR ETH. I don't think about it, Gary, but I can look it up. Oh, how do I do that? So this is just pretty much a bear flag right here, and yeah, it'll drop down into the whole thing. I mean, to be honest, you could probably take this whole move and chart it. We don't know where that's going to be, but yeah, that would pretty much break us down into, where else is that? That would be the bottom of the bottom of the bottom. Let's see if we just chart this little bit. Yeah, I'll take that. That's a great point. A lot of confluence right there. Once again, I'm just putting in these levels. We don't know what's going to happen. The market turns, and I turn with the market. So you guys understand that, right? So if everything turns bullish, ETH starts pumping, BTC starts pumping, bottoms in. That's it. We're going up. But as long as the big boys range, ETH, BTC, your alts are going to get weak. That's just the way it is. People sell them out of fear. They just reduce their exposure. Okay, so someone's like, you got a bunch of people who are pulling $100, $200, $500 out of their altcoins. So they just slowly start to weaken. That's why they're not collapsing anymore. They're just kind of all kind of like weakening downward. Okay, that's totally normal. Okay, even just BTC not doing much in ETH, people are going to do that. They're just going to de-risk. It's just the way it is. And alts are risky, okay, because they bleed out really quick. So, well, you can see even PulseChain bleeds out really. Everything that's not BTC or ETH bleeds out quick, or BTC, but it's totally normal and to be expected right now. So the second BTC or ETH really start showing strength, your alts are going to fill up really quick, and they're going to make 10, 20, 30% moves to the upside very quickly. So if you're interested in DCAing, everything's already touching my kind of range areas, even though they could go lower. It's fair game for DCAing. You can see PPEPE, let's say, for example, it's already, well, where it is now, it's 72% down, right? I mean, so let's say we're to do 85%. I mean, that's literally right here. Okay. That's that line, that purple line right there. And that's like the most ideal entry, let's say, right? But anywhere in here is fair game. Same thing with If I go back to G-Baby, where it is now, for example, it's 60-70%. So 85% drop would be right there to that purple line, that last purple line I drew, right? Down here. That'd be super ideal, but I'll take any entry around here. I'm happy. Yeah, hit the like, softies. I think the RH case will be paused like the Coinbase one? I don't know. I think it'll be dropped or just a small fine. That's just genuinely what I think. I do think possibly it gets dropped and or he gets some kind of fine. I don't think. Let's talk about that. We got to go back and look at that, but we'll do that in a second. Remind me, because remember what we said. Or let me finish the charts. We'll go into that. I have a feeling I'll end up waxing on that. We got Spoonie, Pulse Pup, Pepe. Okay, UFO. UFO is looking amazing, and it hasn't really shown much weakness yet. It's looking good. UFO's looking good. Let's go PTGC. I think it's making way here down to this uptrending support line we've had for a little bit. Let's see what happens. Yeah, very similar looking charts. PTGC likes to fake people out, but you know, you might get some entry. Obviously, this range here, maybe all the way down to here, possibly. It might be, but this PTGC loves to fake people out. So, and it's been front running everybody since the beginning. So, it's not an easy one to trade. So, I would just kind of accept your entry on it if you're interested in it. PTRB today. Will peg first or pDAI? I think that's a really good question, Petru. Okay, I think that 50%. It's come down here. It's broken through the golden pocket. Yeah, it's coming down. pDAI or PWBTC. I think pDAI. I think pDAI makes the most sense. I think PWBTC pegging too soon could bring the wrong attention too soon. I'm not sure, actually. They're both going to attract a lot of attention. Pups, imagine PWBTC goes to parity and beyond, and pDAI pegs to $1. Can you imagine the kind of attention and publicity that PulseChain is going to get under those circumstances? It's going to be insane. Yeah, Shishio, yeah, pDAI, that's what I'm thinking, right? pDAI first. It'll be almost unmanageable attention. Like, we're going to get all the good attention, but we also may get some, like, you know, kind of hairy attention too, right? But either way, it's going to be something really incredible. Yeah, everyone's paying attention. I think the creeper will be proof of pulse wrap Bitcoin, where it just kind of happens suddenly, and everyone's like, all right. So I think this one needs to be more appealing for an entry here. So let's see what's going on. Yeah, I mean, this one's just, I mean, it's really, you want to get this, like, starting to feel like being an RH Maxi was a mistake. How many you're the black Richard Hart? Oh, chat, where do you people come from? Where do you people come from? We got black Richard Hart, benchwarmers and Android. All right, Christopher, how maxi are we talking here? Like, you're only on PulseChain, or do you mean you're only on core tokens, or you're on core and Atropa? What do you mean maxi? I got plenty of both. PL's free. I think it'd be a lot of fun trading after pDAI with PUSDC. Pulse wrap Bitcoin to just 5K would cause a stampede. Yeah, Goldie. I mean, look, if pulse wrap Bitcoin, no, not 5K. It has to be a little higher. Maybe in the 10K range, 10K and up. I think that's gonna make. I think that's when it gets 5K pulse wrap Bitcoin. Maybe, but 10K. I think it starts, because then you got 5 digits, and you're in the 5-digit range. We looked at Petty earlier on. Ricky had some LP pulled. Really? So it's 5.1 million market capture on Ricky, 50K liquidity. So that's Do you have any more information on it? We haven't looked at Airplane yet. We can go look at that. All right, I'm gonna take a 2-minute break really quick then. We're gonna look at Airplane, and we're gonna go look at, you guys wanted to look at, check out Petty. We looked at Petty, John. Oh, what's up, John? How you doing, man? I was just talking to you in Telegram, wasn't I? Check out Petty, bro. Petty. Ricky. So where was the liquidity at before, John? It says 50K right now. Where was it at before? I don't know what PTRB is, Bob. But let's look it up. Shit, I have to go back to, was he eating dinner? Are you at your mom? Is your mom making you dinner, John? Is your mom making you dinner? Let's see. PTRB. Let me look it up here. Oh, okay. You mean Teller tributes? Do I know what this is? To Pulse version 2. There's nothing really to chart or see to tell you, look, you got 13K market cap. There's just not, it's only been out for a couple weeks here. There's nothing you can really say from it. You need to know what this is. That's why you can't really trade early ones. They're kind of ones that you know about and you get in because you know about them, right? There's nothing I draw matters really, to be honest. You can just have fun with it, but I can't even tell you much about it except it's bullish right now. You got to move out of here of 179%, almost a 2x. This might need to be retested over here, but I don't know much about it. Oh, wrong one. Why don't you put the CA in there, brother? Let's see. What did you say? I'm literally 1,000 in RH coin. Never bought anything else. Mistake. Sending 500 million PulseX, and no one has helped me or donate me anything. Mistake. Christopher. 1,000%. Yeah. Never bought anything else. A mistake. Sending. I don't know what you mean, man. What are you saying, bro? What does it mean? Teller Oracle. Dude, just put the contract thing in there. Louis Vuitton airplane just really released a new contract. Yeah, let's go look at that airplane thing. All right, I want to do the airplane. Because there was a new airplane, and I will be right back. I'm taking a moment. I'm thinking about what who's that said that? Yeah. All right. What's going on, pups? You said something. Oh, I didn't see that. I never followed the Go First thing, man. I was never up on all that. PulseChain is better than Cardano. Well, let's go look at Cardano. What's it doing? All right. Let's get back in here. So, this is the new airplane? This is the new airplane. It's the market cap's too small. It could do anything. Okay, not even worried about doing TA. It's a matter if you want to jump in on it. What happened is they let me see if I can find the tweet. They canceled the other contract and they moved it to a new one. I think this is the new one right here. Is this the new one? Yeah. Yeah, this is a new one. Oh, look at this. This is a new Richard Hart tweet as well. Let's look at this while we're at it. I don't have the... I think they already pulled the old ticker off, probably. I don't know if I'll be able to find it. But this is a new one. Let's see if the old one comes up. Oh, it does come up. I guess it's this one. Yeah. They wanted to fix a spelling error. I don't know. You know, sometimes these aren't a good sign when a project does this, but I talked to them briefly. I definitely would want to have a conversation with them before I move forward, but it is what it is. It does happen. So we got the new one. You know, it's coming back. And there was a look. I don't have enough information to say either way which way this one's going right now. Yeah, we got an investigation. We got to find out more details on what their plans are, what this team's all about. But this is a new one. It's kind of up to you at this point if you want to take a risk and jump in. You could. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. on this one. Actually, I'm gonna try to talk to them a little more, see what their plan is. Then I know that this is TRB. Somebody was asking about TRB. I just pulled it from the chat, and what you sent me, nothing's coming up on it. Did I pull it up right? Nothing's coming up, brother, on this. Yeah. It's just the stool. I'm trying to not sit in the chair, keep from slouching for hours at a time. Try the stool. All right, we're gonna look at yeah, you know, different people like different things. Sometimes with the memes, I just don't want to. I'm just not into. I don't know. I just didn't like the vibe of that project. I don't have anything. I don't have an opinion about it. I don't know much about it. You know. Kishka chart. Yeah, let's go look at it. Kishka. What's going on? Let me look at this. All right, this was quite a move here on Kishka. I think it needs to. Let's just put a fib on it. Yeah, that would make sense. It's possible we could come down into here. I do think you're pretty close. Like I said, it really depends on what the market gives us, but I think we could come into here and probably hit the lower side of this box. So that's like a nice haircut from here. It's another 30% down if you want to wait, but obviously the MACD is already telling you it's coming straight down. So we probably are going to come down a little bit lower on it. All right. You got 3 days about to cross. The red is turning over. Yeah, we can come into here. Back to 4 hours. Yeah, you can see we've already broken down. All right. So maybe we come into here. But either way, this might be nice DCA territory already. It's weird things Somi likes or gives exposure. Well, yeah, I mean, he's his own person. He has things that he's attracted to and interested in, besides, you know, the core or bigger projects that we all might like. And me too. I have my sentiment or things I like. Because the memes are about fun, right? A lot of them may do something similar. It just, are you into mice, or are you into magic carpets, or are you into bears? Like, I like the bears, right? So I have BFF and Teddy Bear. I bought both of these a year ago because I like bears. I think bears are cool. And I like bears over mice or gophers or whatever, right? Sometimes it's that simple. Oh, Solid X, Fire Starts. Good you brought that up because I was showing you guys BTC, and Solid X has a very similar chart, all right, in terms of when you guys can learn and spot those places, okay? So let's go look at Solid X. No, not Solid X. I was thinking Axis. Let me show you Axis really quick. I want to see it anyway. So there was a big sale that came in on on Axis, but I was going to show you, if you guys earlier in the stream, I was showing you guys, you come into the range, then you do 1, 2, 3. This was kind of doing, and then you fell down, you broke, you did a 1 retest, 2 retest, and then see you later, bye-bye. Very similar to the BTC chart that I was showing before, okay? So that would be over here. Okay, so you came into the range, then 1, 2, 3, came out, and even in 2021 did the exact same thing. Now those were tops. I don't know if this is a top. The Pi cycle hasn't crossed, okay? As you can see, Pi cycle is still pointing up, but this is the top that was made on BTC in 2021. But then we went on to make another high too, so, and you can see Solid, or Axis, if I go back, where's it at? A similar thing. Now the high was the first one, and then the 2 was lower, and then this was slightly higher again. So, but either way, it's a very similar pattern you see on tops, and it did break down. So maybe an experienced trader must have seen that and known that once it broke out of here, that was time to exit. So you've got very little liquidity on this. So 95K liquidity on $11.5 billion market cap. It's quite surreal. So, you know, a decent bag exits, and you know, see you later on the thing. So this will probably find a lot of support where it is right now. Axis is a very smart guy. This is now this needs to hold. It's kind of just barely hanging on. Is it below it? It might be being rejected. Let's put it on this thing really quick. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, look, it's kind of broken. Yeah, I mean, maybe this is breaking down to go for some lower targets through here. All right. I don't know if anyone's in it. Yeah, Mega Whale exited. Let's go look at Solid X too. I don't track that enough to really give a lot of insights on Axis, but I just thought you guys could see that three moves distribution. It's going to help you in crypto. You can spot it in a lot of projects. So when you guys see that again, you'll know that's a top, okay? So look, this isn't the prettiest thing. There's a good chance we're gonna come toward this trend line. Okay, that might be something there too. Go ahead and start watching this one. I feel like I'm logged in. This doesn't save anything. This is against. Let's just switch to market cap, man. So oh, is that trillion pulse? Damn. Damn, this is breaking down, man. People that have held through this are probably going to be hating life right now, because this is a pretty big drop from where it was. It hit 58 trillion pulse for one solid X, right? I don't follow this. I don't know the full story. Okay, I'm just looking it up because somebody asked me. I mean, is it Inc. is the biggest liquidity, right? Because it has some relationship with incentive. I don't follow it enough to know, but the chart is. You want to put it against Inc.? I mean, it's pretty much the same in the sense of this is why does it keep defaulting to the 15 minute? It's getting really annoying. You know, it looks bearish in the sense that it's got more downside. All right. I know a guy staked 70K in one project for years now, worth 13 USD. That coin has 300 USD in volume. Oof, what project was that? Firewhale Farms Hella Inc. So people are bullish on the fact that he pumps it, and he liquidity bonded to Inc. as well, I think. I feel like you chart this against Inc. That's the play, right? Yeah. What's up, Fat Sammy? How you doing? You got 32. I think there might be. I mean, this looks like, you know, you could have an inverse head and shoulder right here. Look, even if this pumps, $1.5 million on $300 million market cap. Wow. You know what? If this breaks, I'd say here's what I would say about solid. If you're watching, if this comes up and breaks this trend line to the upside and holds this support, if this comes up here and does one of these and holds, okay, then I'd say we're bullish, okay, and this would be a rounded bottom, and then maybe you go on to right here. You're making a type of inverse head and shoulders at that point, okay. Okay, and then you got right shoulder, head, left shoulder, okay? If that happens. If it doesn't break this trend line right here and come up and grab support, you're coming down back at least to here, okay? To create a double bottom, at least. Okay? And that would be really nice looking if that happened, because then you'd have a kind of W forming, okay? So if it got rejected at that trend line I had, if it came up, hit it, and came down, and we got a bounce here, and you'd have kind of a W-ish thing, that'd be fine. You get a nice double bottom. But, you know, you could come down. You've got this area right here that may need to be cleared if you're going to break down. And you might as well do it now if you're coming down, right? So once again, I guess what you need to look for is this trend line right here. I would say if this breaks down, if it pops above it, we're done. This is the bottom. We're going bullish. If it crawls up, whatever gets rejected, it's coming somewhere either here or here, somewhere into this range. I can also throw in a little bit of volume for you. You can see it. Why's this thing always have to turn it on and off? All right, what's up? I got somebody coming in. Should we let them in? What's going on? Hang on, let me punch in. Mr. Fat Sammy, how's it going? You're live, buddy.
Sorry, I was watching you on the YouTube, so I knew that. How's it going, man? You all right?
Doing good, man. Just doing the thing I do.
What are we talking about? What do you want to talk about?
Well, we're just looking at charts, man.
Okay, what are we looking at?
We're just looking at solid X. That will burn the token as well. Okay. And what else were we going to go look at? We're looking at, oh yeah, this was Magic Carpet Ride. We looked at that. We looked at Pulse Pup, the G Baby, Kishko we looked at, Airplane. Ricky. Somebody said something about burn liquidity. I don't know. Did you hear the story on Ricky?
Do you know what? I don't know much about it. I heard about the meme, which got me interested. And one of my Pulse Bitcoin admins, Corky.tech, who launched Pulse Litecoin, he said to me, "Get into Ricky. It's a hot thing." And he called it early. I missed out on that pump, and I'm angry I missed out on that pump. But that's all I know about it.
Oh, hey, I was just going to look at some... we got some new stuff really quick.
Don't get me started about Eric Wall. Eric Wall has got a hard on for PulseChain. He hates it so much that he can't stop talking about it. What's that about, right?
C Money says Fat Sammy blocked. You blocked him?
Yeah, so apologies about that. So apparently I was doing some stream today and some people were like, I blocked them. Do you know what? I'm not the sort of person that blocks people, but you're probably really annoying me calling me a scammer because of the whole Pulse Bitcoin scam phase. So I just had to block out that negative energy. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, I feel you.
all is fair enough on war. Let's be friends again. All damages, all wars have been repaired. You know, we're in the bull market. So apologies. Maybe you were annoying, maybe you weren't, but you know that's what it is.
That's what it is. All right, let's watch this video. Just came in. Let's see what's going on. So Eric Wall just posted it. I have no idea what this is. Let's hear what this is about. Doquan, I'ma let you finish, but Richard Hart had one of the best character arcs of all time. Of all time. All right, let's see.
Hello, my name is Richard Schuler. I'm a volunteer for the Methuselah Foundation. YouTube was nice enough to provide us this channel. We'd like to thank them for that. If you would like, you can visit our website at mfoundation.org, or you can check out Aubrey de Grey's new book at amazon.com called Ending Aging. Over the next few weeks, we'll be adding some videos from Mr. de Grey, and we hope that you'll enjoy them.
I'm also wearing my $1 million Bulgari Serpenti set here. This is what actually well-made, amazing, flawless jewelry.
He used to work with the Hart band. That's why he trolls the Hart band.
You like that?
Oh right, okay. Yeah. So he got his butt hurt.
Pretty beautiful, huh?
Maybe not. Maybe he's just controlled opposition. Maybe he knows what he's doing.
I figured flex videos are way cooler when you're wearing $2 million of jewelry, if you count the $1 million Rolex as jewelry, and a 700,000 euro brand new Rolls Royce. Ben Baller, you just got balled on, boy. You're nothing compared to me. Bring me your girl, dog. Let me get it. So what do we got going on? Let's take a look.
Richard's on the run, so they say. Flight from Finland, he's gone MIA. Tax evasion's the word on the street. Now Interpol's chasing, he's on the run. Where's Richard? Where are the watches? Used to flex him in his streams, now Interpol's watching. Bitcoin and diamonds, all gone astray. What's left to show if he streams today?
So how about this? What if you made a Ponzi, and what if you made a pump and dump, but you left out the dump? The more you have, the more you don't. I know it sounds weird. It's kind of like Dunning-Kruger. The smarter you get, the more you realize you don't know. The dumber you are, the less you realize what you don't know. So you think you're smarter. Well, it's the same thing with money, right? The richer you get, the more you realize you don't have or you're not using. And then the worse you feel. I mean, like in general, rich people not really happy, usually.
Is it? I am smart, and I'm self-smarted, basically, by myself, basically from nature and smoking drugs and doing different things. I've self-learned myself. And that's the whole difference, I guess, is that I don't need the books or the schooling type things. I just get everything on my own, and because of that, I'm alive right now. I mean, if I read more books or tried to go on to college and different things like that, I'd be dead right now, because people say books in college are for to be to make you smarter, but they can also be for to be to get you dead, which is what could have happened to me. My brain doesn't use enough oxygen because I don't have the whole thing filled with different stuff. And if it was full, it's only part full, and that's why I'm alive right now. Guards are giving here, can you read this book, try to get smarter. And I'm like, all right, I'll pretend to read it. I'm not going to really read it because then my brain will be more full. And if I have another heart attack, I'm going to die. Just want to get out of here now and spend time with Lucy and Trinity and get my family going again.
Damn it, Ricky.
Basically, that's all that matters to me. They come and visit me a couple times in jail for the first time ever, which is awesome. Lucy seems to be really digging me and looking really good, and I just want to get out of here and see them, exercise a bit, maybe eat better, and try to quit smoking. Well, I'm going to quit smoking cigarettes first, and then, I'll work off the dope or whatever eventually.
Imagine Richard Hart comes back like ripped to shit. Like he comes like one of those training video bros. He's like, look at my six pack, boys. You said Hex went down 99%, but look at the six pack. What are you gonna say about that? I think that's what we need. We need a ripped Richard Hart to come back.
He might come back. He was working out, so he's doing deadlifts and stuff. So come back, Jack.
Do you think he's got it in him though? I don't know.
Is he what?
Do you think he's got it in him? Do you think he could come back ripped and be our mean king?
Yeah, I think he could. He's
Hashtag ripped Richard.
That's one of the hallmarks of a successful person. You have that like obsessive part of your personality. So if he wants to do it, he'll do it. At the same time.
And also, can I say something about that video you showed? Like, let's talk about it. I think he's in Russia. I hope he's in Russia. If he's in Russia, he's fine. When he needs to relax, everything's fine. You know what I'm saying? If he's in Russia, that's good.
Yeah, good for him. Здравствуйте. It'll be good.
If he's in Russia, he doesn't need to worry about anything. They can confiscate what the fuck they want. He can operate independently there. He can fulfill all the things we need him to do. He can trade. He can be independent. He's got no worry about the state coming after him. So, yeah, I think my belief is that he is in Russia, and they're not going to give him up. They're not going to extradite him. It's a fuck you to the West. I think Trump is going to create closer ties to Russia, and I think this will all blow over. Honestly,
cool, man.
I think it will.
Jacob says, Eric Wall said on a stream with Crypto Coffee that Richard selected him to be the opposition and troll the ecosystem. My own thoughts is that he may be on RH's payroll, but that's just my opinion. That's interesting, Jacob. Show. Interesting take. Possibly. I wouldn't, I think anything's possible. I think sometimes the truth is stranger than fiction. Have you heard that quote before? The truth is stranger than fiction. I find that to be 100% true. He's 100%
It's very true, though, isn't it? It's very true.
Yeah, he says he's not in Russia. Herbert, why do you think he's not in Russia? RH's mom lives in Russia? What?
Well, let me say this. If he was not in Russia, try and think to yourself a country you could run to which wouldn't extradite you. So even a poor country, right, which might be obscure, the long reach of the CIA, the long reach of the American pound, there will be some official that will sell you out. So unless you're in a country which is literally in economic war with USA, that's your only safe haven. So it's either China or Russia. There's the only two options.
Russia's not communist, man. Herbert.
Yeah, but it makes logical sense that he's in Finland, so he goes over the border to Russia. It makes sense. He's not going to go to China, I don't think.
Yeah, it depends where he likes the food better, I guess. Stop. His mom lives here in Florida. Rick 305's in Miami. He knows. How about Dubai? He could go to Dubai, but there's an extradition treaty with Dubai. If they want him, they can pick him up. Yeah. I wouldn't go. I don't know.
But the thing about Russia is he can still grow his economic bag. He can still act on all his promises.
Yeah.
And once the new administration comes in and they're crypto friendly, they're going to drop all these cases and he'll be given carte blanche. They'll realize that he is a net positive. That there are hundreds, even thousands of Americans, like you and me, or we're not even American, but there's millions of dollars invested in this. It's all going to come back to the economy. Yeah, he just needs to lay low in Russia. And then once this kind of next 4 months is out of the way, we'll be fine, guys. Honestly, I believe that.
Yeah. Somebody else said you wanted me to look. Oh, I have something else for you guys from this is something you guys were asking about with nuclear herbs, right? Okay, this is important. So I'm going to put this up. Thailand. What about Thailand? Could he go to Thailand? Is Thailand free?
Yeah, the problem with Thailand is, right, the problem is he could go to Thailand, right, but the Thailand gets overrun every 2 years with a new government, right? It's very unstable. And there's always going to be American or British kind of, skeleton kind of people there that are going to, maybe bribe an official to get him extradited. It only takes one corrupt official to stick him in a van and put him on a plane, and once he's in a plane, he's fucked.
Oh, okay. So it's easy to bribe them,
yeah, he's not going to risk his position going to a country which is unstable. Does that make sense? So that's why I don't think he's in Southeast Asia. That's why I think the only place he can actually talk with confidence, like he is right now.
Yeah. I think Russia makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. I would go to Russia. I would have gone there in a heartbeat. I wouldn't even have thought about it.
That's where he is.
Yeah, if I was him, I would have gone there. I wouldn't have even messed with anything Europe at all.
So when the war with Russia is concluded, which will happen very soon, this is the path for Hex.
Cool.
This is good for us.
Russian Hex. I like it. Okay. And the Nuclear Herb says in the past few weeks, I've been trying to obtain publicly filed documents so that we can finally get to the bottom of what Finland is claiming Richard Hart did or didn't do. so we can understand why there's a red notice out there. In the U.S., this is a simple process. We literally walk in front of the door of a courthouse and request a criminal complaint. We pay the clerk, we walk out. Within 10 minutes of arriving at pretty much any courthouse in America, I could tell you what somebody is being charged with and the underlying facts of a case. I've been emailing back and forth with the clerk of the Helsinki court and the Finnish detective who's been cited in various articles we've all read by now. Someone in Finland, or at least speaks Finnish, has also been kind enough to help me overcome what I thought was a simple language barrier. Unfortunately, they've been getting the same runaround that I've been getting from the court system there. I did get a response last night from Detective Saristola, which you can read below. There's only one conclusion that can be drawn from this email. Not a single journalist or media outlet who published any article about Richard has seen any source document, because per Detective Saristola, there is no public documents for either matter. Therefore, you should question everything every media outlet has reported with respect to Richard Hart. Is anyone aware of any person on the planet other than Detective Saristola who may have any information about the facts of these cases? I don't know anything about him, but I always have concerns trusting a single source in any issue, especially one of this magnitude. So let's read this. He says, there's no public documents, so I can't give you any material. The Finnish state is a party to this case, not any private entity. Please be in touch with the nearest FBI office. They may be able to help you. Hari Staristola, Senior Detective Superintendent, Helsinki Police Department. All right, very nice of him to communicate with Mr. Nuclear Herbs here. Very cool post. Let's see, somebody said, hi Herbs, wonder if this Finnish detective is pointing you towards the FBI for more information. What's the nexus between FBI and Finland? I think he's just being courteous. Yeah. I have a friend who lives in Finland, but I mean, I guess it would be worth reaching out to the FBI. Oh, that's cool. James Culver, MD. Oh, I know James Culver, MD. I follow him. I have a friend who lives in Finland. He's not an attorney or politician. He seems to be well connected. All right. Cool. Okay, they're not giving him a case number. Benny Hill.
So can you give me the quick download? What's all this watches bullshit about? I know there's been some fake bullshit. What's your opinion on that? I haven't researched.
So I was saying on the stream we did yesterday, we did the emergency stream yesterday about it, and I said I believe a lot of what we're seeing might be just part of the marketing campaign, because he talked about marketing. Maybe, you mark something up, you have marketing. Maybe to mark something down, there's also marketing involved in that. Some people, it's just something we can think about, but once I see a post like this from Nuclear Herbs, and I even said that yesterday, I said all these posts we're getting, you want to ask the question, where are they coming from? All right, what's the source of these posts? And what he's saying is exactly correct. Nobody has any originals. No one has anything to direct this from. So somebody could just be buying these posts, so to speak, or making them up, or he has connections there, and they're kind of helping produce these to create a story, all right, to help manufacture some FUD at an appropriate time for them, which is what I think is happening. And getting this helps solidify my conclusion about that. It's manufactured.
It's almost the same strategy. It's almost, you remember before you were talking about how they were suppressing ETH, right?
Yeah.
Would you say it's almost the same strategy for, what they're doing with Pulse?
I don't know if it's, no, I mean, they're suppressing ETH in their own way. But yeah, I mean, I would say the idea is the same. They're going to time it when they want to let it run. They want to shake people out of ETH, which they're doing very successfully in getting them into BTC. And then they can switch that at the time they want. And in the same way, obviously, Pulse is going to
fud out the retail, fud out the poor people, make them so broke that they eventually give up, buy Bitcoin, and then they throw up ETH, and then obviously. But the question is, the conspiracy theorists beside me, and I want to ask you this, Wolf. The conspiracy theorists amongst some of us are saying some people are almost thinking they're not going to pump ETH just because of Richard Hart, right? So if they really want to shut down Richard Hart, they'll actually hold back ETH, but maybe that's too big a conspiracy.
That's a pretty big conspiracy. I mean, it crossed my mind to think about it. I bet you if they do that, it's because of multiple fronts, multiple things they want to handle. It's not just the Hart ban. They're crushing all altcoins in that sense, which somebody told me a year and a half ago is what their plan was for this for this cycle. And so far it's been correct. They've pretty much dampened all the alts. They've crushed ETH, and they've kind of corralled everybody into BTC. But I 100% think it's right. He's shaking people out. He's getting especially the suits out, the speculators, the big crypto influencers, exhausting them so that they go, back to Sui or wherever they were at, Seoul. And I think it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. So he may be coordinating with people there to release these kind of things. And it doesn't sound like they're that invested in it. You can see there are no public documents. I can give you any material. The Finnish state is party to this case, not any private entity. All right. He's not giving a whole lot. Not a single journalist or media outlet who published any article about Richard has seen any source document. Yeah, it's interesting. It could be just part of the marketing, or it's just solely a tax matter, and there's not really a criminal. There's not really a criminal situation here, which is what we suspected too, that they just threw that on to kind of get people's attention, but there isn't really a criminal issue. It's just a tax issue and a paperwork thing, and something you just may have to handle and go from there.
Someone with it's probably one person with influence that a family friend lost some money or they got pissed off, and they've probably they've launched this. There's nothing there. We know, we've seen this so many times before. As I said before, Julian Assange, they made like 2 women declare this rape charge. It was all nothing.
Yeah, that's a great example.
It's what they do. They hook you with serious charges.
This is a man
to alienate your followers.
Julian Assange was a man who skateboarded around his apartment and played with cats all day. He was not harassing women or whatever they're saying he's doing.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. He's a weirdo. He's definitely a weird guy.
He's a weird guy.
But he also kind of was doing something like Richard Hart. He was releasing information about the U.S. government. He was creating a Freedom of Information Act, kind of a blockchain kind of thing. So Richard Hart is going down the same vein, but instead of journalism freedom, he's doing it through financial. So he is following the path of being oppressed by the state. The difference is that I think that Richard Hart has a lot more support than someone like Assange, So, they're putting him through the run. And I think hopefully, thank God we have this administration coming in. I think they're going to, let's see what happens with the Coinbase and Kraken situation. But I think he's going to be let off. And I think these bullshit charges of assault, they mean nothing. They mean absolutely nothing,
Yeah, well, I hope you're right. And you probably are.
Like, even if he died tomorrow, right, we're going to be fine. We're going to be absolutely fine. It's not ideal, but we're going to be okay. I truly believe that. There's so many independent builders on PulseChain right now. We're going to be okay. We're not going to get our massive pump if Richard dies, but or gets arrested or whatever else. But Richard Hart coming in is our kind of background punch, but we don't need to rely on it. I think PulseChain has had enough FUD. It's had enough development. It's had enough. It's been through all the trials and tribulations. The tech is there. The energy is there. We just need to work on the onboarding. That's our weakness, and we're being held back, obviously, by being blocked everywhere. But yeah, I think it's going to work out, guys. I wouldn't kind of panic.
I'll show what happened to my... Oh, okay. There it is. RH can't die. He's immortal. He's immortal.
I was just thinking the other day, right? So let's say, Wolfie, let's say you had $10,000 to die and you were ready to buy some Hex and you're waiting for the result from the court. And let's say you get a negative result, or let's say you get a positive result. Will you be buying if it's positive or negative? But for me, I don't give a shit if it's positive or negative. If it's positive, we start pumping and I buy into the pump. If it's negative and it drops, I'm buying that. So what I'm learning from my own discovery is whatever happens, I'm buying Hex. The only reason that Hex is not pumping right now is the fact that people are waiting for a decision. So whenever the market is waiting for a decision, they're not going to buy. So even if we have a massively negative situation, we're going to have a decision nonetheless. And then we can, I think we'll just pump, even if it's the worst outcome, I think we'll pump back to 3 cents, you know, in a couple of months. I honestly believe that, you know, we just need a decision. We need, the market does not like uncertainty.
This is USDT dominance. We are below a long trend line. This is quite bullish, but it does seem like this is a little bit bullish right now, which is why we're seeing a little bit of sideways as well. That's reflecting that. If this breaks back up into here, into this old range, it would be bearish for us. Right now it's toying with it, just like BTC is toying with getting bearish as well. So this is toying with getting bullish, BTC is toying with getting bearish. We want those to reverse. We want this to continue falling down, which it looks like it wants to do. It's already collapsed. It's retesting the resistance. It's been rejected one time. It's coming back. Now it's coming back to do another test. So let's see what happens here. This is another thing we're going to look at. Also want to look at just the DXY. And while I'm looking at DXY, Fat Sammy, maybe you can pull up the bonds. Tell me where we're at on the 10-year and the 30-year. How are we looking?
Yeah, bro, I've not got that capability right now.
Oh, okay. What do you mean?
Well, I mean, I'm just rolling the joint. I can't really get to the computer right now. Let me
Chad,
spell it out.
Chad, you listen to this? All right. This looks bullish. All right. Now, what we want to see ideally is this to, at some point, complete its bullish move and pull back for a little bit and give us that nice juicy window to continue. Okay. I'm not going to. I mean, it's fucking bullish, man, right now.
Yeah. So what I can say, Wolfie, is I was calling a market pullback about 4 days ago because I was watching, you know, Crown. Do you ever you guys watch Crown?
I know who you're talking about. I think he's too frenetic for me, man.
Yes, he's very whatever. But he's very good, and he was kind of calling a pullback for a few weeks, and I kind of looked at his argument. And he pulls up a lot of statistics, and basically, I think we were due a pullback. So I kind of got defensive.
Well, yeah, I mean,
a few weeks
a pullback's normal. I mean, this is a very.
But I think we've had. What I'm saying is, I think we've had the pullback now. I think we are going to run up and close positively. I think we'll probably get like around 106,000, 114,000 Bitcoin price before the end of January. We're having a final washout. We're just trying to close some of those idiot long positions. That's all. We're just collecting money right now. Do you know what I'm saying?
Is it looking? It's looking bullish, isn't it? Right now. So these.
What did you say before on the other stream a couple of weeks ago? You said every idiot has these charts, right? Do you remember you had this speech?
Yeah.
So what they're trying to do is they're just trying to fucking confuse people right now. That's all they're doing. They know it's going up, but they're just trying to wash out all the fucking new people that are nervous.
Yeah, the market is playing out, and they're making it very difficult because they have to increase the difficulty on the game for sure.
Yeah.
The question we're toying with is just a bit of cool. When is it showing indications that it could pull back? The reason we look at charts is because they're players that have much more insight than we do. They know people, they're closer to the source, and they have bigger positions, and they're gonna give you hints at what's coming by what you see. Kind of like when I was saying, oh, this looks bad, and I was telling you guys ETH, and I was explaining to you guys that this move, this rejection, is somebody indicating that they know something, the way this moved.
Yeah, and at the time, you said that and I didn't listen to you. And now I realize I should have listened to you, because then I got bearish on ETH like a week later, you know?
Oh, so yeah, you were there. Yeah, I was explaining to you guys that, yeah, this is not a signal of an altcoin season. This is somebody's...
Yeah, I thought we were going to break through there, that resistance, you know? No, and then when it dropped below that trend line, I was still hoping. You were like, no, it's over, you know?
Yeah, this is a pretty serious break right here. You know, like you can't ignore that. It's certainly not bullish a sign at all whatsoever. So we're looking for those clues again. We're looking for those little clues that might tick us off that, the change is about to come and we're about to flip bullish, because it's going to flip at any time, because I think the 4-year cycle is intact. It's just a matter of us trying to stay as ahead of it as we can. Another dip coming for BTC.
Yeah,
Fear and
yeah.
greed. Yeah, the
No,
fear,
I would
fear
just
and
say
greed
hold
is
your position.
still high. I agree with you. I do want to see the fear and greed dip into the yellow.
yeah.
We can go look at that really quick.
I reckon it's going to be about 40%. Yeah.
No. It's really high, man. So I want to see it come down at least here into the yellow. So this would be maybe 50, 55%.
Wow,
I'd be happy. It's still up here at 70. It's just
That's
really high.
surprising. That's surprising. I thought it'd be
And,
lower.
BlackRock just sold some BTC. Cool. That's fine. That was what I was just telling you guys. We were looking at BTC for a while earlier in the video, so we're going to maybe we come down. We'll see if we hold. Oh, we've already touched that.
But look, so right now we're good, right? So obviously we're in a downtrend because we've made a lower high, right? But we've also made a higher low. So we are literally kind of right in the middle right now. I think as long as what day are we on now? I think if we close the week above 102,000, 102,500, I'll be very bullish.
Yeah, you still broke a major uptrend. So
yeah,
and you've been rejected one time, and 2 times. So it's
What's last week's low? What's last week's low?
91.5.
Yeah, so I'd say as long as we close the week, I would say above 92,500, that's going to be confirmation that we've made the low, because this is what Crown told me, and this is very important. For the whole market cycle, the whole time Bitcoin has existed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Every time January happens after a halving period, the bottom is always in the first 4 days of January every time. So statistically, it's very likely that we've made our bottom, right?
Yes and no.
So with all market conditions, I think we've made our bottom. That I know I'm going out on a limb there, but I bought that bottom with everything I had. So, I put my money where my mouth is. I think we have bottomed, but it's not financial advice. It's just my opinion.
Yeah, right on. 91K like a hawk. This is the market maker cycle. BlackRock has control, so we just have to play along with how they decide to time it. But at the end of the day, 4-year cycle is intact. Like I showed you guys earlier in the video, we're going to play around here, and I still suspect we're going to come up to the top of this channel. Okay, I still believe in that. So that, to give you an idea, if we hit that somewhere in March, that could be between 172 and 193, and then obviously we'll probably overshoot that a little bit, right? See how we undershot it here? We'll probably overshoot it, so that could be 190 to 215. So it's very possible we get to the top of this range.
Yeah, I think we're 100%. We're going to have $114,000 Bitcoin by end of Feb. 100%. And then
What's up, Brad?
That's a 20% move, and then I think we'll get a 40% move in Ethereum, and then obviously when Ethereum moves, you're going to get 3 times that on Pulse. So I think we're going to start to move into the Pulse reward stage. It's coming, guys. It's coming. But I won't lie to you. It's painful. It's very painful to see this shit.
So guys, the 1618 on ETH is 7,500. I think we're gonna at least hit that. Okay. Then your next, the 2618 is at 11.5, and the 3618 is 15.5, and the 4236 is at 18. And I remember. We hit the 3618 on the last cycle, okay? That top was 4448. Let's say, okay? So 3618. 3618 this time is 15.5, I said?
You got to forgive me. This time I've not got my charts open, so I'm just going on what you're showing.
It's about 15, so that's where everyone was getting the number 15K. Will be the target.
Yeah, I mean, I think
your first target is 7K exactly.
No, I think our first target is around 5,700 from memory. I think 5,700 is somewhere around there. I can't remember. I think we'll go roughly around there, and then we'll go the 1618 after that.
It's gonna be interesting. Now, do we go past the 1618? That'll be interesting.
The only reason I'm drawing those targets are from drawing Bitcoin targets. So if you draw Bitcoin targets, the Bitcoin target before the end of February, so I would say over the next 6 weeks, I think the Bitcoin target is $114,000. I think it could actually outperform that and go anywhere up to $132,000. But my low end expectation for Bitcoin will be $114,000 in the next 6 weeks. And then if I basically double that, because Ethereum has been kind of held back so long, I think we can make a 40% move in Ethereum price in the next 6 weeks. So yeah, I'm very bullish on Ethereum. But obviously, I'm in kind of, Pulse and lots of other small tokens. So when I say I'm in Ethereum, I'm really just kind of riding that pre-altcoin bounce. So as soon as we see Ethereum move, you take profits out of Ethereum and then rotate them into PLS.
Bodhi says, I think ETH is 20K, blow off top, like BTC in 2017. Yeah, it'll run after BTC. So BTC tops in October, then ETH should top in November. Where did it top last cycle? It topped in November. So we may repeat something very similar to that. All right. So ETH usually tops out about a month after BTC. Okay, as a lot of capital rotates in. You can see they're suppressing ETH so much. They're pumping BTC. When BTC tops out, that capital will rotate very quickly into ETH, and we'll have a massive blow off top. And you can see how fast some of this happened. I mean, it's just really crazy. This first top was 4,400, and it happened within just a couple days. The next one was, literally a couple weeks it hung out up there. What's up, Fatina? How you doing? Good to see you. We coming down? Yeah, maybe. That's fine. We went through the charts. I showed you guys all the lower targets. Looks good. Just hold on tight. Everything.
Yeah. By the way, guys, I agree. Then we could come down, but it's not going to be significant. It's not going to be significant. Well, if you've got kind of multiple positions over kind of a monthly frame, even if we come down another 5%, who cares? You're fine. Just hold your bags. Don't cheat, because if you sell, you're going to lose more money. Just sit back, touch some grass, watch St. Wolf, and just relax. And you'll be in the green in a few weeks, That's what you'll remember. We are so oversold right now on everything. So just relax.
And this is the Teddy Jr. It really needs to pull into this box to be into a range that makes sense for me. So let's see what it does. It's still quite high for me. We need an entry. Same thing I did with pDAI, by the way, and Teddy Bear, even though I bought them a long time ago in Atropa. I only bought them when they came into my range. And obviously you could have bought more knowing how high it could go, but when you're talking about meme coins, I was very confident about Atropa and pDAI. But when I'm talking about meme coins and you have the fear of rug pulls, you have the fear of not knowing the teams, etc., you want to make sure that you're getting them at support or in a certain range. So that the risk to you is at its minimal. I'm not even thinking about upside. I'm just literally, how do I put myself in the least riskiest position when I'm dealing with smaller projects? So you're always looking out for your capital.
A question, Wolfie, what's the price drop from the current price to your top of your buy area there? Top of your box.
From the top of here?
No, from current price to the top of your buy zone there. I'll be interested to see that. No, literally the current price to the top of your
the middle of the box is only 80% from the high, which is totally normal for an altcoin. So you should definitely be buying there. For where it is now, it's only a 63% down, which
no. The current price to the bottom of your
the bottom of the box.
The top of your buy zone. What percentage pullback is that?
20%.
Yeah. See, I think it'll bounce off that. I think it'll bounce off that.
It could.
Yeah, I don't think there's. I think this really sweet bottom we're all trying to grab. I think we're running out of time. I don't think we're gonna have a pullback that lasts this long. I really don't. I think a lot of people are sitting here waiting for a deeper retrace, and it's not going to happen. I think we'll probably bounce off. Mark my words. I think we'll probably bounce off the top of that region, maybe get 20% into it, and it will just bounce, and you'll miss your chance. If you're waiting
Okay.
for long,
Well, that's why it's a box. It can go anywhere, anywhere in this. It's a big target.
Because we've had a strong pullback on ETH and Bitcoin the last few days, and what I was quite surprised by is altcoins actually held up pretty well. They actually held up pretty well. You know, ETH pulls back, you know, around 8%, and I was expecting my altcoins normally to go down 15, 20% in a day, but they went down 12%, you know, and they held. So I think people in the altcoin market, we're already oversold. Do you know what I mean? I think this is more of a washout for the leverage Ethereum and Bitcoin traders. I think we should just hold tight. If you've got spare money, buy these lows, but I wouldn't be panicked is what I'm saying. You know, they are trying to do a washout right now. We're going to pump.
So, Dustin, ETH has been extraordinarily bullish for a very, very long time. There's tons of inverse head and shoulders and W's all over the place. And you can see this beautiful W here collapsed. You can see, obviously, you see this inverse head and shoulders here. It didn't play out. It got wrecked. They keep smacking it down. You see another very bullish posture here. We were tracking this inverse head and shoulders and W's. And here's the other one. It started breaking out and it got destroyed. This is why I was making the videos over the last couple weeks ago about ETH breaking down.
If you inverted that chart, right, and you flipped it upside down, if you retested the bottom 4 times, you go, we're not going to hold this, we're going to break down. So we have tested that top so much, and we are so oversold on the ETC and others and total market cap 3. We are going to break above it. It's just, for me, it would be so crazy if we went to the downside. It's literally impossible. So this is the final washout, is what I'm trying to say.
All right.
100%. We're going to break it. We're going to break it. Mark my words.
Yeah, so like I was saying, Dustin, so this was the other inverse head and shoulders we were watching, and that's why I got concerned, because it got smacked down. So they've been doing this for a very long time on these. ETH has been just wanting to break out for a long time, and you know the market makers just come on and they just smack it down. There's nothing that it's indicated bearish. Obviously, they're timing it with what they want on this cycle, and we're kind of have to go along for the ride. But I what you're seeing is normal. There's bullish patterns all over the place. I mean, obviously now we're in a bear flag because we've been smacked down pretty hard. But yeah, this has been trying to break out for a long time. Would be the most. If I just come in and I want to buy, what would be the most upside return in the next 12 months? I would say, first of all, you got pDAI, which is a nice juicy return. But let's say you just wanted the highest return right now. If you want
by the way,
highest return.
Shout out to Christopher, the guy asking this question. Sorry, Wolfie. He just recently made a post on Twitter asking everyone for money because apparently he lost his seed words. You know about this?
Nah, he didn't bring that up here, man. He's just asking what would be the most upside return in the next 12 months. If you want the highest return, you have to go degen into altcoins and speculate. I think if you want to keep it safe at the same time, I do think incentive token is going to do possibly the highest returns. Even Richard Hart has mentioned that incentive is leverage on Pulse and PulseX and everything like that. So, you know, keep that in mind. I think incentive might be your best play. Yeah, maybe incentive token. When it runs, it's going to run. But at the same time, I have a feeling we're not going to really run till later. ETH needs to go, and it's obvious they're not going to let ETH go until possibly the very end of the cycle, whenever that is. So you got to be ready for that. If you really got the risk appetite, man, you got to chase those memes, and that's where you could do. I'm talking about memes. You're going to have to find them under 50K. All right. So you're in degen territory. You're gonna have to take those bets, but maybe under 20K, man. You got to find these memes really early and jump in if you just want that pure, like, what's the thing that's gonna give me like hundreds or thousands of X's really quick. Yeah, Purple Bitcoin is up there, I think, with incentive. A lot of X's in front of it. I think it's gonna run really good. Music addict. I wanted to type ink. Yeah, man. Ink. But once again, this is speculation. Nobody knows, right? Some people say it's just a farmer's token. Maybe it is, but I think, man, it might do really serious numbers. When does Wolf think this cycle will end? It's really hard. We've talked about this a lot. Okay. I think if you've got the normal 4-year cycle is, I think it's how many days? The cycles usually top, I think it's 550 days after the halving, correct? Is that right? 550 days after the halving?
Let me check.
I think it's 500. So that would put us in the fall of 2025. Okay? 550 days after the halving. I think it's 550 days, but double check that. So you're talking about a top in October of 2025, technically. And I think it's very possible the 4-year cycle plays out. Give or take, right? A month or two on either side. We top out, maybe we top out earlier in August or September. Now that's if we have a normal cycle, which I have a feeling we're going to, or slightly longer to really mess with people, but maybe just a normal.
I just checked my charts. I've got it pinned down. The end of the bull market latest will be 1st of October.
Yeah, so that's 550 days after the halving. It's going to be in October 2025. And I think that could very well happen because the sentiment is that we're going to have an early cycle and everyone's ready to jeet in the spring or even sooner. Maybe not. Maybe we have a really strong summer and Bitcoin blows off top in September, October or something like that. Or maybe August slightly to really mess with people, right? Because you got to keep people a little on the edge. Because remember, in markets, when something is repeated 3 times, it has to change because now everyone's figured out the pattern. And we've had 3 solid Bitcoin cycles. I mean, there's been 4, but we've had 3, I think, complete. Okay, so
that's what we just saw in the ETH chart, right? We just saw 3 rejections after a whole year on the top.
Right. So that means that maybe this 4th cycle, they're messing with us. That's why we had a high before the halving. It was to throw everybody off. So maybe we do get the 4-year cycle, but instead of just October, we end in September, or August, or November. We got to play it as we go. Now, is it possible we just get a fast cycle and we end in March or April or May? It's possible, but that wouldn't be the most painful way. The most painful way is if we literally have a complete cycle and a lot of people got left out of it or sold too early or something. I think we looked at Petty earlier in the beginning. Tom actually was here in the chat. Bidet is a 50... installing Bidet for his mom. All right, so let's go look at that really quick. So by the way, this is Wolf's Pub. You guys can go in there and show projects. We had a lot of really interesting devs in there. A lot of people talking about some cool projects. Ink pDAI pair is going to be wild when pDAI gets pegged. Half supply of ink is already out. Nice.
I'd just like to say to everyone, I hope you have, if you're intending on buying any of the PulseChain RH tickers and you're waiting for that news, it might come out any day. So make sure your DAI, your stablecoin is on the PulseChain, ready to buy on that news, because you don't want to be sitting on the bridge trying to get over. Once that news is out, I think PulseChain is going to pump like crazy. So don't be mad that you didn't get a warning.
Who made it? I'm trying to learn about Bidet. I don't know who made it. I don't know. We'll see. I'm actually looking at who's posting in the show group, which is Wolf's Pub, and I'm gonna make a list of main plays and then some degen altcoins, and I'm gonna put them on the email list. So if you guys want to go to St. Wolf Vision and subscribe, I'm gonna make a list for this next part of the bull run, and pick some of these that I think are going to be the safest. I'm thinking about avoiding shenanigans, right? I just want safer plays.
Well, I tell you what, man, I can speak for myself. I'm an independent man. We're friends, but we have no allegiance. And you raised my attention about pDAI. You raised my attention about Teddy. And yeah, I was really.
Those are great
really
plays, yeah.
I was late to the party. I was fighting you on that, and I invested, and I made some great gains. So, I'm all in now. So yeah, you do make some good calls. I'll vouch for that. You know.
Well, thanks, brother. Yeah, you can subscribe to the email. Come on in. I'm gonna put that up hopefully in like 7 or 10 days. I think we're gonna range anyway. I'm hard pressed to believe we just start. I think we're gonna range and go up until this inauguration, and then I think we'll might have a sell off into that inauguration, like a sell the news event. So the drop's not gonna happen now. I showed you guys earlier in the video. You know, I drew this. If you go back to the first 20 minutes, you guys will see I did all this, and I showed you guys how we press up, we fall into this, we catch support at one of those supports I drawn, and then we rocket up into the spring, starting at end of the month, beginning of February. The prove on 13th. Well, I don't know, but we're gonna be streaming. We're gonna be here, so whatever happens, we'll catch it. I don't know at this point. Sorry, what Richard Hart news are we expecting? Well, the case is due to have a judgment call on. They submitted to dismiss the charges, so they have to give them some response, and I think that due date for that response is on the 13th. So we're gonna know something then. Anyway, it was a good talk. Guys, send a prayer out for everyone who's trapped up in Malibu here. We saw some crazy videos earlier. It's pretty brutal out there. Yeah, send some prayers out. Fat Sammy, it was great to see you. I'm gonna call it a night. Hope everybody enjoyed it. You guys smash that like button. Look at that. Fire. It's crazy. Yeah, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Definitely put a comment down below. It's definitely helping people who are coming who don't know what we talk about in the video. They really appreciate everybody's comments, so do that. And then definitely come to the Telegram. A lot of alpha in there, and any questions you have will be answered. Our pleasure, man. Sammy, great seeing you. Good night, everybody.